So why do we need to use conjunction? We need to use it to connect between sentences for the purpose of getting more details. Meaning that, let's say, for example, we have sentence number one, then we have sentence number two. So what do we need to do with that? We need to connect these two sentences with conjunction. So this is the purpose, this is the reason of why we need to use conjunction, right? And when it comes to the list of conjunctions, basically there are a lot of different kinds of conjunctions that you can use to connect sentences together. Like for example, we have and, but, so, yet, for, although, because, and so many other kinds of conjunctions that you can use to connect the sentences together. But the most commonly used conjunctions are and, but, or. So let's look at and. When are we supposed to use and? We are supposed to use it to connect between two sentences that are related to the same thing, that talk about the same thing, all right? Like, for example, when I say I have two sentences, like sentence number one, I can read. So here we have subject, verb, and object. The second sentence, I can write. Now, do you see the connection? Like here we have I can, subject, verb, and then here as well we have subject and we have verb. So because we have the same subject, like here I can. So what to do? We just cancel them both, and we just add and. Why? Because we are talking about the same person who can read and write. So this is how we can use and. So we use and to connect between things that are related to the same person and also related to the same action. So the action here is kind of connected with ability, that I can read and write. So what happens? We just add I can read and we connect them with and, right? Right? To use but in the sentence means that one part of the sentence is different from the second one, meaning that here we are talking about the ability, right? I can read. But if you want to have two opposite meanings, so what we can do is that I can read, but I can't write. So do you see the difference? Here we are talking about can, which means that something that we can do. But in here, can't. Can't here is something that you can't do. So because in this part, this part is positive, but the second part is negative, so we use but in between. For the use of or, we use or if you can choose between things. For example, let's say I can choose to study reading skill or writing. So do you see it here? Here we are talking about things that we can choose from. So I can choose to study reading or writing, or in this case reading or writing language skill. So meaning that we use or if you can choose between things, right? So these are basically the things that you need to look at. I mean, as as I told you like a few minutes ago, that the list of conjunctions is kind of long, and like you can use as many conjunctions as you want, but you need to be very careful on using them, meaning that you can't basically use them whenever you want. You need to look at the sentence, look at the meaning, and then use the suitable connector. Okay. You might be wondering, like, why do we need to use conjunction? The reason of using conjunction is that when it comes to writing, like when it comes to writing sentences, it is so wrong to continue writing sentences using commas. That is so wrong. If you keep on writing sentences using commas, that called run-on sentence. So this is the thing that is called run on. Run on sentences. What does that mean, run on? Run on, where you continue writing sentences without using conjunctions, without using full stop, without using anything. And there are basically a lot of learners who keep on writing sentences without stopping, without using anything in between. And that is completely wrong, guys. You really need to stop in between. You really need to use connectors. You need to use full stops, commas. Basically, yeah, you need to use them accordingly, meaning that you can't simply use them all over the place. You need to look at the sentences and think of when you are supposed to use and, or, but, and so many other conjunctions. Okay, now let's look at some examples to understand more about the use of conjunction. I couldn't go to school. Okay, here we have I couldn't go to school. I couldn't go to school. Okay, I couldn't go to school. When someone says I couldn't go to school, the other person for sure will be asking why. Why couldn't you go to school? So to have a connector with a reason, we can say because I wasn't feeling well, for instance. I was not feeling well. So in here, we used because to am we supposed to use but in the sentence? Here, let's say I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed myself at the party, right? But my friends did not. What does that mean? It means that I enjoyed myself. So we are talking about the enjoyment thing. I enjoyed myself, but my friends didn't. So why are we using but? Because the first part of the sentence is different from the second one. The second one is connected with friends who did not enjoy it. But as for the first one I'm talking about the enjoyability, like I enjoyed myself. So do you see the difference? So we use but if the first part of the sentence is different from the second one, right? So that's why we use but. Another thing, another example is cool, but not for solid hours. What does that mean? It means that it is good to go for jogging. Cool here is something nice, something wow, something like amazing. Okay, it's a cool thing to do. So jogging is cool, but not for solid hours. Solid hours means that straight hours, like going on hours, that where like solid hours where you jog without taking a break. that is called solid hours. Yeah, so basically there are like so many different kinds of conjunctions that you can use in your that you can use in connecting the sentences together. And as I told you like few minutes ago, that the only thing that you need to look at is the meaning of the sentence. You need to look at this, you need to look at the meaning and ask yourself, what are you trying to tell here? Are you trying to tell that two sentences are connected to each other, or or one sentence is the opposite of the other one, or or you need to choose between two things in the sentence. All right, so these are the things that you need to look at before using the conjunction or before using the connector. All right, so list which I just talked about is not the only types of conjunctions that you can use. All right, there are basically a lot of different kinds of connectors that you can use, but what I'm sharing with you is the most commonly used ones. All right, so yeah, let me know if you have any questions regarding the different kinds of conjunctions, and I really hope you managed to understand this particular lesson. Seriously, guys, this lesson is so easy. It's not hard at all. The only thing that you need to look at is the meaning of what you are trying to tell. All right. So I really wish you managed to understand this lesson, and I will see you soon on the upcoming tutorial video. So wish you a good day and bye bye.